Got your operations and supply chain management exam tomorrow and literally nothing is properly revised yet? Hey, take a deep breath. Do not panic. Think of me as your senior. I've got your back. In this one-shot PYQ revision explainer, we're going to cover the most important questions that have a super high chance of repeating tomorrow. Even if you're starting from scratch right now, this is going to save you. Plus, stick around till the end, because I'm sharing a crazy Notebook LM prompt that will basically put your revision on autopilot. Let's do this. Okay, look at this. This is the actual previous year's question paper we are breaking down today. Just seeing the real thing takes the fear away, right? Listen, even if you've got a backlog or you consider yourself an average student who just hasn't had time to study, stick with me. We are decoding this exact paper, making every concept incredibly practical and easy to remember. Here's our game plan. We're doing 2-mark quick concepts, 5-mark applications, inventory and forecasting, EOQ and SCM evolution, and wrapping up with manufacturing and linkages. Fast and effective.
All right, Section 1, 2-mark quick concepts. We're talking direct theory and easy definitions here.
For these 2 markers, please do not overthink it. First up is operations management. What is it? Basically, it's managing business practices to create maximum efficiency. It's simply converting materials and labor into finished goods and services, like a factory turning raw steel into a car. Pro tip, underline keywords like efficiency and conversion on your sheet. The examiner will love you for it. Next, we have the classic MRP versus MRP2. MRP is Material Requirements Planning. It literally just manages the materials you need. But MRP2, Manufacturing Resource Planning, is the big picture. It includes materials, sure, but also finance, HR, and marketing. Exam hack, always rate this as a side-by-side comparison table to secure full marks. Then we have service blueprinting. Think of this as a map showing how people, props, and processes connect. If you walk into a bank, the blueprint is everything from you filling out a slip, to the teller helping you, to the back-end software updating. And hey, remember the core functions of production planning and control, or PPC: routing, scheduling, dispatching, and follow-up. Just list them out. So, the golden rule for this section? Write easy definitions and use dead simple examples. Boom, 2 marks secured. Also, memorize basic formulas, like the inventory turnover ratio. That's just cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. Write the formula, define the variables, and get your marks. Moving on to Section 2, 5-mark application questions. This is all about flowcharts and real-world examples. For 5 marks, presentation is absolutely everything. Don't you dare just write a massive paragraph. For a question like outlining the supply chain of an electronic item, draw it out. Imagine a laptop. Draw a box for the supplier making microchips, an arrow to the manufacturer assembling it, then to the central warehouse, to the regional distributor, down to the retailer, and finally to the customer. It's visual, it fills the page, and examiners eat it up. You also got to know manufacturing layouts. We've got product layout for assembly lines, process layout grouping similar machines together, fixed position for massive things like planes that just can't move, and cellular layout for grouped parts. Connect these to production types. Job production uses fixed or process. Batch relies heavily on process or cellular, and mass production, that's all about the product layout. When they ask about ethical and environmental issues, just rapid fire these 5 points. Write down pollution from manufacturing, the critical need for proper waste management, building a sustainable supply chain to cut carbon footprints, using green logistics for transport, and ethical sourcing of materials. Listen, if you are feeling underprepared, use this hack. Always draw a table or a flowchart for these 5-mark answers. It makes your paper look incredibly professional, visually expands your answer, and instantly bumps up your score. OSCM is a super scoring subject if your presentation is clean. All right, deep breath. Section 3, inventory and demand forecasting. This is how we secure those big 10-mark questions. Do not let the 10 markers scare you. They are highly structured. For inventory classification, explain the techniques. ABC analysis categorizes by value, VED by how critical it is, HML by unit price, and FSN by consumption rate. Then tie these to inventory costs. You've got ordering cost, the cost to actually place an order, carrying cost, the cost to store it, shortage cost when you run out, and purchase cost, the actual item price. Link the classifications to these costs, use a simple warehouse example, and you've got a perfect 10. Demand forecasting is another huge one. Start with the meaning, predicting what customers will want in the future. State why it's important for planning, then split it up. You have qualitative techniques like expert opinions and quantitative ones, like moving averages. Heads up, direct numericals can pop up here, so memorizing that classification diagram is non-negotiable. Okay, Section 4, EOQ and SCM evolution. We're talking formulas and timelines. A lot of people panic about numericals, but how do we actually solve an EOQ question with discounts? Seriously, don't be afraid of the math. Even if your final answer is slightly off, writing the correct formula and showing your steps guarantees you step marks. It's free points if you just try. Here is the step-by-step. First, write the EOQ formula at the top and literally draw a box around it. Clearly list your holding cost and ordering cost variables. If there's a discount, calculate the total cost at your EOQ level, then compare it to the discount quantity to see what's actually cheaper. Quick calculator trick. Always hit that square root button at the very end of the formula and box your final answer so it screams at the examiner. If you get the theory alternative about supply chain evolution, just draw a timeline. Start in the 1960s with traditional manufacturing. Then the 1980s when logistics took over. The 2000s brought the integrated supply chain with better IT systems. And the present is modern SCM with real-time global data. A timeline makes a massive answer super easy to read. Last stretch, Section 5, manufacturing and supply linkages. Think of these as case study style answers. Question 5 asks you to categorize manufacturing processes. Use clear headings for these 5: project production like building a bridge, job production like custom suits, batch production like baking cookies, mass production like car assembly, and process industry like oil refining. For each one, give the meaning, list 2 advantages, 2 disadvantages, and give 1 real-world example. That's the winning formula right there. Finally, if you have to explain supply chain linkages with customer service, use a familiar brand like Amazon to explain these enablers. How do they handle collaboration with sellers, enterprise extension with their vendors? How good is their operational responsiveness for prime delivery? What about cash-to-cash conversion and customer accommodation? Framing it around a real company makes these academic concepts instantly click for the person grading your paper. And look at that. This is the second half of that exact exam paper. We just crushed the heaviest 10-mark questions. You now have the exact structure to confidently tackle the hardest parts of this paper. So are these exact concepts going to repeat tomorrow? There is a huge chance they will. Stay confident, use those flowcharts, and you're going to absolutely crush it. Oh, and here is that massive study hack I promised. Go to Notebook LM, upload your OSCM previous year paper, and paste this exact prompt. Create a YouTube exam revision video script for MBA Semester 2 OSCM, keep it student-friendly, and cover every important question. I'll drop the full prompt in the description so you can generate your own ultimate study guide. If this explainer saved your life today, subscribe. We'll keep this MBA revision series going. Now go get some rest and good luck tomorrow.